Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I show you a recipe for a vegan mayonnaise, a great base for any sauce or salad. We're starting with 1 fist of cashews. I'm using raw cashews for that. And then I add 2 to 3 tablespoons of white vinegar. Any white vinegar will do, but I love to use balsamico, white balsamico for this recipe. Then I'm adding Dijon mustard, usually about 1 tablespoon. You can use a little more if you like. And adding nutritional yeast, another tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half, followed by a little bit of salt and a 1/4 cup of water. I use filtered water here in South Florida. And then I mix it with my Vitamix, usually 20 to 25 seconds to get a nice creamy consistency like this here. And to make it even fluffier, I love to add 1 to 2 teaspoons of yogurt. I love Kaitil, it's low calorie and it has not a very intense taste. It's perfect for mayonnaise. Here you go, as mentioned, 2 teaspoons, and then I add some multicolor pepper, about 1/4 to 1/3 of a teaspoon. And some dried parsley, which makes the unique taste for good mayonnaise. And that's it. For the second round, I don't use a Vitamix anymore. I mix it manually so that the parsley and pepper are nicely visible. This mayonnaise is a great base for any dip or salad dressing or spread. You will love it. It's fluffy, it's tasty, and it's just delicious. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and you subscribe and like and maybe leave me a comment. I talk to you next time. Bye. By adding cashews to my blender bowl. For 1 can of chickpeas, I usually use about 1 fist of cashews. And then I add vinegar. I prefer white balsamico vinegar, but you could use rice vinegar or apple cider vinegar. Any sweet white vinegar will do. Add about 2 to 3 tablespoons for this recipe. Next, you need Dijon mustard. You always need mustard for any type of mayonnaise, and I use usually 1 tablespoon. Then you need another must-have, nutritional yeast. I usually use 1 tablespoon, and a little bit of salt. We will add later Himalayan salt, so don't use too much. Now just 1/4 cup of water and we are ready to mix. With the Vitamix, I usually do 20 to 25 seconds for this type of recipe. This is a beautiful, rich mayonnaise, and now we are adding some yogurt to make it light and fluffy. I use Kite Hill, that's my preferred yogurt. It's lower in fat and it has not a very strong taste. And last but not least, I'm adding pepper, about half a teaspoon. I prefer the multicolor pepper. And then I also add some dry parsley. There I use approximately a tablespoon or a little more. And at the end, I'm adding Himalayan salt to give the salads the unique eggy taste. And there I use usually a teaspoon. Be careful because it is salty. I rather use a little less and add some additional salt later when I put it on the bread because the taste or flavor does tend to fade a little bit over time. Now you can give the mayonnaise a nice stir and you can see how rich and creamy it turned out. And whenever you're done, you just add it to your salad and mix the whole salad thoroughly.